You may over explain because as a child you were misunderstood. You may people please because love once felt like something you had to earn. The inner child you keep ignoring is still carrying the pain. Let's start with a little girl. She didn't ask for much. She didn't come into this world asking for perfection. She didn't need a perfect home, perfect parents, perfect love. She just needed to feel safe. She needed someone to notice when her little eyes became quiet. She needed someone to ask why she stopped laughing so loud. She needed someone to hold her when she was scared instead of telling her, "Stop crying." But somewhere along the way, that little girl learned. She learned something painful. She learned that her needs were too much. Her emotions were inconvenient. Her voice made people uncomfortable. Her tears were a problem. Her sensitivity was weakness. So she adapted. She became quiet. She became helpful. She became responsible. She became strong. But deep inside, she's still waiting for someone to say, "I see you. You matter. You're safe now. You didn't deserve that." And now that this little girl is grown, she has responsibilities, bills, relationships, a career, a family, a life that looks normal from the outside. But inside, that little girl is still there, still carrying the pain, still waiting to be loved correctly, still reacting from wounds she never got to name. That is the inner child. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Inner Bloom Journey podcast. I'm your host, Salma. I'm a Jay Shetty certified mindset and relationship breakthrough coach. I hope you all are doing well wherever you guys are tuning in from. If you're in your 30s to mid 40s and you have ever wondered why certain things trigger you so deeply, why rejection feels like abandonment, why silence feels like punishment, why love sometimes feels unsafe, or why you keep repeating patterns you promised yourself you would never repeat, this conversation is for you. Today, we're going to go deep, not surface level, not pretty quotes, not just move on. We're going down the rabbit hole of the inner child because many people are walking around as adults, but emotionally there is still a younger version of them trying to survive. And before we proceed, I would like to read a small disclaimer, and I would like to say this very clearly. This content is for awareness, education, and reflection purposes only. It is not therapy, medical advice, or a replacement for professional support. If this topic brings up pain, deep pain, trauma, or memories that feel overwhelming, please reach out to a licensed therapist, counselor, or trusted mental health professional. You do not have to process everything alone. Grab your favorite drink, a snack, fasten your seat belt, because we are about to unpack something very deep and very real. The inner child is not an easy topic. It melts my heart Even as I'm speaking about this, this is how deep it goes. The inner child is the younger emotional part of you. It is the part of you that formed through your earliest experiences. From the time a child is born, they're not just growing physically, they're learning emotionally. A baby learns, am I safe? Will someone come when I cry? Will I be held? Will I be comforted? Will my needs matter? And over time, the child starts creating a map of the world, not with words, but with feelings. If love feels safe, the child learns safety. If love feels inconsistent, the child learns anxiety. If love feels conditional, the child learns performance. If emotions are punished, the child learns suppression. If needs are ignored, the child learns self abandonment. And here's where it gets deeper. Children do not look at their caregivers and say, maybe they are emotionally unavailable. Maybe they are overwhelmed. Maybe they are repeating their own trauma. No, children don't say that. Children internalize. They think something must be wrong with me. I must be too much. I must not be lovable. I need to be better so I can be chosen. That belief does not just disappear because you grow up. It follows you into your friendships, into your relationships, into your workplace, into your confidence, into your boundaries, into the way you love and the way you let people love you. How the inner child shapes adulthood. Let's talk about it. And this is why, as an adult, you may over-explain, because as a child, you were misunderstood. You may people please because love once felt like something you had to earn. You may avoid conflict because conflict once felt dangerous. You may chase emotionally unavailable people because inconsistency feels familiar. You may struggle to receive healthy love because peace feels unfamiliar when chaos raised you. You may become hyper independent because somewhere along the way you learned no one is coming. And let's be honest, a lot of adults are not reacting to the present moment. They're reacting to an old wound. Someone doesn't text back and you suddenly feel abandoned. Someone criticizes you and suddenly you feel like that little child who could never do anything right. Someone raises their voice and your body remembers fear because your mind can explain it. Someone gives you silent treatment and it does not feel like silence. It feels like being left. That is the inner child speaking. That is the younger you saying, please don't leave me again. Please don't ignore me again. Please don't make me feel invisible again. And for many people in their 30s to mid 40s, this becomes louder. Because by this stage of your life, you have carried enough. You may have built a career, raised children, survived heartbreak, gone through divorce, stayed too long in places that drained you, smiled through things that broke you, became the strong one because nobody gave you another option. But strength without healing becomes survival. And survival is exhausting. You might look successful on the outside, but inside, you still feel like you're begging to be chosen. You may be in a relationship asking for the bare minimum, but the child inside you is asking for safety. You may be at work trying to prove your worth, but the child inside you is still trying to earn approval. You may be setting boundaries now, but the child inside you still feels guilty for disappointing people. And this is why inner child work matters. Because you cannot fully step into the adult version of yourself while abandoning the younger version who is still hurting. And here's the hard truth. Your inner child does not need you to shame them. They do not need you to say, "Why am I like this? Why am I so sensitive? Why can't I just get over it?" That little version of you has already been through enough. They need your compassion. They need your attention. They need your adult self to finally turn around and say, "I'm here now." Because healing does not mean pretending the pain never happened. Healing means you stop leaving yourself alone inside of it. How to heal and make friends with your inner child. Let's talk about it. So, how do we begin? First, you acknowledge them. You stop dismissing the younger version of you. When you feel triggered, instead of attacking yourself, pause and ask, "How old do I feel right now?" Because sometimes your body is adult, but your pain feels 5 years old, 10 years old, 15 years old. Second, you listen. Ask your inner child, what did you need back then that you never received? What are you still afraid of? What are you trying to protect me from? What do you need from me now? And then sit with the answer. Don't rush it. Don't intellectualize it. Don't make it pretty. Just listen. Third, you validate. Say to yourself, you were not too much. You were a child. You deserved protection. You deserved love. You deserved to be heard. You did not deserve to carry adult pain in a child's body. Fourth, you reparent. Reparenting means you become the safe adult your younger self needed. That means you set boundaries. You stop chasing people who abandon you. You rest without guilt. You speak kindly to yourself. You stop calling your needs too much. You stop begging for love that requires you to disappear. And fifth, you walk with them. Walk with your inner child. Not behind them, not against them. With them. Imagine taking that little girl by hand and saying, "You don't have to lead from fear anymore. You don't have to hide anymore. And you don't have to prove you are worthy anymore. I've got you now." That is what making friends with your inner child means, or it looks like. It is not about staying stuck in the past. It is about bringing the wounded part of you into safety, so the adult version of you can finally breathe. So maybe the question is not, why am I still hurting? Maybe the deeper question is, what part of me is still waiting to be loved, protected, and chosen? Because that little child inside you, they are not weak. They survived. They adapted. They protected you the only way they knew how. But now, you're not that helpless child anymore. You're the adult. You're the safe place now. And maybe healing begins the moment you stop abandoning that little version of you and start walking beside them, hand in hand, not as enemies, not with shame, but as friends. Because the inner child you keep ignoring is maybe the part of you that is waiting to come home to you. If this spoke to you and it spoke to something deep within you, please sit with it, journal on it, and ask yourself, what does my inner child need from me today? And whatever answer comes up, meet it with compassion. Because you are not broken. You're becoming aware. And awareness is where their journey begins. This topic hits very close to home for me. I'm at a place now where I've become friends with my inner child. But it didn't come easy. It took time, patience, and a lot of inner work. And that's exactly why I wanted to bring this conversation here today. So I thank you for watching and for your continued support. I'll see you guys next week with another topic that is necessary. Until then, please take great care of yourselves and your loved ones. Stay safe and always remember you're whole, resourceful, and complete just the way you are. Let go, grow, transform, and evolve. This is your Inner Bloom journey. Please subscribe and follow me on my social media platforms, and let's walk this journey together. See you guys next week. Take care, okay? Love you all. Thank you so much.